I think most of us know how to solve this type of problem already. It just takes time and patience. So let's just go through this really quickly. I want to try and solve for x, y, and z. And let's see, what looks easy to cancel out? They all look pretty easy, so I'll just stick with the x's for now. So I'm going to eliminate my x's, so I always box them. That way it's easy for me to see what I'm eliminating. And I don't forget that. So let's just start off with the first two. So I can choose these first two right here and multiply it by -2. That way now, when I write these out, I'll copy the first one. And the second one, I'm going to multiply everything in there by -2. So -2x minus 2y minus 4z is equal to -10. And when I add those together, now my x's are eliminated like I wanted. So I get y minus 3z is equal to -8. And again, I like to label them so I can find it later on. So now I'm going to choose two different ones, something with the second one, and let's just choose these bottom two. And now I have a 3x. I need to eliminate the x again, so let's multiply this by -3. So multiplying that first one by -3, we get -3x minus 3y minus 6z is equal to -15. And for the other one, I'll just copy it straight down. So 3x plus 6y plus 3z is equal to 9. And eliminating those x's is going to give us 3y minus 3z is equal to -6. And that's my second equation. So there we go. Now we have two equations, 1 and 2. But this time, there's only two variables left. My x's are all gone. So I have y's and I have z's. So I can't just stack it up again and add straight down. We have to eliminate something again. So let's see. Both of them look pretty easy. I'm actually going to eliminate the z's by multiplying by -1. So I'll multiply it by -1. So let's just stack it up so you can see. So I have that one. So again, if you try to just add straight down, you'll notice that nothing is going to cancel out and you'll get stuck. So we have to try and eliminate another variable. So I'm going to eliminate the z's by multiplying this by a -1. And so now that gives me -y. This becomes a positive 3z and a positive 8. And if I stack the other one, now those z's cancel out like we need. And I get 2y is equal to 2, so y must be equal to 1. Right? So automatically I can see, okay, it must not be A. Also, since I already have a solution, it must not be C. So it's either B or D. So let's next try and find our next variable. So since I have equation 1 or 2, I can just substitute this in and solve for y, or z. So let's go ahead and do this, use equation 1. So I'll plug in a 1 for y. And let's get y by itself now, or z by itself. Oops. So let's now get z by itself. So if I subtract 1, we get -3z is equal to -9. So z must be equal to 3. And I can see that there's my solution there. Now, just so you can make sure that it's not this last one, let's just plug in z and y and solve for x. So I'm going to choose this middle equation in the beginning. So y was 1 plus 2 times 3 for z is equal to 5. And I get x, 6 plus 1 is 7. And when I subtract 7, I get x is equal to -2, which was not the answer. So again, z is equal to 3 is my final solution.